right now.
We have continuing coverage tonight on the deaths of Samuel Sterling and Riley Doggett.
While Sterling's case did result in a second-degree murder charge against the trooper behind the wheel, no deputies charged in Doggett's case despite the similar deadly outcome.
Fox 17's Sam Lancher joins us live in the studio tonight. We're breaking down both these cases, Sam.
Yeah, that's right. Two suspects, both male, both running from police. Two prosecutors, but two different charging decisions. Where do the similarities stop in these look-alike cases? A local law professor and former state trooper says they're contained to the crash.
They were both looking for the same set of facts and circumstances.
Viewing the videos, both Sterling's and Doggett's, side by side.
This is not a perfect set of circumstances when you're trying to arrest someone.
Louis Langham, a professor at Western Michigan's Cooley Law School, says he looked for what prosecutors look for.
Whether or not there was gross negligence. They have to engage in the safest manner possible, and sometimes it just doesn't turn out right.
Sterling, get your hands in the air right now!
In Sterling's case,
Based strictly upon the vehicle chase and the activity of the vehicle.
Langham says the way in which the unmarked police car seemed to turn toward Sterling, pinning him against the Burger King wall,
My office has reviewed multiple police reports.
likely led Attorney General Dana Nessel to charge Detective Sergeant Brian Keeley with second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter.
They have a lot of authority in charging decisions, and I don't think they make those decisions lightly.
This compared to the direction in Doggett's case,
The deputy's vehicle didn't move right or left.
where Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker did not charge the deputy behind the wheel, but rather the other suspect in the case for fleeing and eluding, causing death.
And they both were in a practically straight line, so it was more of an accident than anything else.
The outcomes of these decisions
You never know what a different prosecutor may have done.
can vary from prosecutor to prosecutor.
And it's a tragic incident to all involved.
Langham says, at the end of the day, after viewing the videos, it's about that same term.
The Attorney General found there was gross negligence from her perspective, and the Kent County Prosecutor found there wasn't gross negligence as it related to the deputy.
As we've learned, this really comes down to gross negligence. So let's break down exactly what that means. According to state law, Michigan uses the definition of gross negligence as it's contained in the Government Tort Liability Act, which says gross negligence is conduct so reckless as to demonstrate a substantial lack of concern for whether an injury results.
The state police sergeant doing what he did and following that vehicle, following that at the end, Mr. Sterling running, there was absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's not where the issue came in. The issue came in is whether or not the vehicle operated by the state police sergeant was grossly negligent when he moved into the path of Mr. Sterling.
And we've also been looking into the use of force policies for both MSP and the Kent County Sheriff's Office. For MSP, you can find it on the state website, and it says, in part, deadly force shall be exercised only when all other reasonable efforts to subdue the subject have failed or reasonable efforts cannot succeed without endangering the life of the enforcement member or others. We have reached out to Kent County about its own policies, but no matter what they say, what they are, Langham says they don't hold up in court.
Because you can actually be in violation of your use of force policy, but not be in violation of the law. The use of force policy are just extra restrictions that departments placed on their members to try to reduce injury or death in the apprehension of suspects.
Kent County Sheriff Michelle LaJoy Young told us Tuesday it's hard to apply the same set of policies to every incident because every incident is different. And she used Riley Doggett's case as an example.
This cruiser has 4 seconds from the time it turns in off the roadway. Again, multiple suspects. This officer at the moment he's pulling in is alone. And in this context, he notices a neighborhood behind the parking lot where it's the time of evening where people are out. He can see other people out in the community, out in harm's way potentially. That again is part of what the policy requires, that they assess what the surrounding circumstances, what other jeopardies might be there. He did that in the way that we would have expected him to.
Now, despite avoiding charges from Kent County Prosecutor Chris Becker, the deputy involved there, Josiah McMains, still faces an internal investigation by the sheriff's office. LaJoy Young expects that to be finished by the end of the week, but says McMains is expected to return to full duty in the near future.